the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Anai, welcome.
I have a meeting tomorrow with my daughter's high school teacher. I had asked my daughter and my son, they go to public school, if one of their teachers ever brought up that whole LGBTQ or trans agenda, to please let me know. So my daughter just let me and my husband know that they have an assignment that your sex and gender is not the same thing. So I told my daughter that assignment you're not going to do because we don't agree with that.
And your daughter is how old? Is she 15, 16, 17?
She's 16. She's about to be 17. Okay. So she did come to me and she said, I didn't take notes because it wasn't like she was giving them an option to agree or disagree or write what they thought about the subject. So I told her, absolutely not. And she said, this is going to affect my grades, so I need you to go talk to my teacher, which we have a meeting tomorrow.
Good.
So I want to stay firm.
Yeah, and I admire you for that. You're a good mama bear. You're standing up for your child and you're going to defend her. And that's good. And it's good for your daughter to see you doing that as well. So she knows that you love her and you care and you're going to defend her. So my advice would be, first of all, if you use your faith, that's obviously a very good thing to do, to acknowledge your faith in Jesus, etc. And if you do that, you may find it a little more difficult to achieve what you're looking for, which is for your daughter to be left more or less alone when it comes to these things. But even that, I think, is a long shot. The public school system, you're in Long Beach.
She's in the LA, yes.
So you're going up against a formidable array of people at every level, teachers, counselors, administrators, principals, all of the above. They've sold out to this. Maybe not every last person, but it's a machine, a very well-funded, well-organized machine. So I just want to propose to you to consider the fact that you may be victorious in standing up for your daughter, but I have a feeling that they won't care in the long run, and they'll just continue pushing until you either give up and give in, don't do that, or you take your daughter out of school. Now, even that is a cost to them because your daughter's presence in school means money for them from the federal government and the state government. So if your daughter pulls out of the school, it's a little mosquito bite on the elephant, but they will lose some money if you decided to take her out of that school, which I would recommend in any case because your daughter's just being subjected to this bombardment.
Yeah, We're prepared to make those sacrifices.
That's good. So what I would say is use their terminology as your message to them. So do you have a pen handy? I'll give you some phrases and words, okay? So you say, number one, we believe in being non-judgmental. We believe in emotional safety. We want emotional safety for our daughter. We believe in tolerance and diversity. And we believe in equality and fairness. Then after you've said all that, then say, I would like to know whether you, the teacher and or the school, do you also hold these same values? Do you also believe in tolerance and diversity and equality and fairness, etc.? Do you believe in those things? He or she is going to say yes. And then you say, oh, good. Because for a minute there, I was getting a little bit worried that my daughter would be experiencing bullying, rather, and exclusion and harassment because she is different. But now I know, because you just told me that you would never do that. You would never bully or harass or cancel or discriminate against somebody who looks at the world differently. You want her emotional safety as much as we do. Okay, so you in other words, what you're doing is you're getting their commitment. You want to get that right up front. You take the reins of don't let her say, well, Mrs. Anai, here's what you need to know. Now say, no, here's what I would like you to tell me. And you take the reins and you ask these questions. You say, I believe in these things. This is important to my daughter. It's important to our family. I want to know if you believe in these things too. She's going to say yes. Then you say, okay, good, because, okay, I was concerned that maybe you're going to start canceling her or dehumanizing her or excluding her or bullying her, etc. Now that you have the person's buy-in, then you say, look, my daughter just wants to live her authentic self. Why would you not want her to live her authentic self? Use those words. My daughter just wants to be accepted and valued for who she is. Not who somebody else says she should be, but who she is. Well, she doesn't agree. Well, listen, that's her truth. That's her truth. Mm-hmm. And then you would say, throw in something like this, these are just socially constructed beliefs. These social constructs are being used as a tool to marginalize and oppress people who are different, like my daughter. Mm-hmm. It sounds to me like you're using the tools of oppression and marginalization against people who are different. My daughter just wants to be accepted and valued for who she is. She just wants to live her authentic self. Why can't you let her do that? See, what you're doing is you're turning the whole thing around, and by using these thought categories and slogans and things like that, you are making it very difficult for that teacher to say, well, yes, but she might say that. She might say, well, your daughter's a hater. Your daughter's a white supremacist. Your daughter is a religious zealot. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said you believed in diversity and you believed in tolerance and you believe in being non-judgmental. Why are you judging my daughter? So in other words, you put the other person in their own ideological box.
Okay.
If you do that, you're going to have a very different kind of meeting. It probably will get cut short pretty quickly, too, because chances are the teacher will not, unless the teacher listens to Relevant Radio.
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
She wouldn't be.
Probably not. So my guess is that she'll figure out what you're doing at some point. Once you laid all the groundwork here, then she either has to do one of two things. She either has to contradict everything that she agreed to, and then you say, well, then you're a hypocrite because you really don't believe in tolerance and you really don't believe in diversity. You are judgmental. You don't believe in equality. You do stand for bullying and canceling people because that's what you're doing with my daughter. So that's going to be very unpleasant if she has to come out in the open. The other alternative, most likely, is she'll back down and say, well, she won't know what to do. She won't know what to do with you, and she won't know what to do with your daughter. So maybe, just maybe, I'm guessing probably not, but maybe she might just leave your daughter alone.
Okay.
And if she doesn't, then you yank your daughter out of school and you put her into someplace so much better.
Okay.
And she'll thank you for it.
Thank you, Patrick. I want my daughter. I didn't want to come in and empty-handed and then it all goes down south, but I want my daughter to see so that she can learn how to defend.
Of course you do.
Herself and her ideas as well.
Of course.
Not ideas, but the truth.
Well, the truth is an idea. Not everybody holds that idea, but I understand what you mean. So go forward and be brave. This is not the end of the world. You have the truth on your side. You have the logic on your side.
Appreciate it.
If you feel so moved and you'd like to let me know how it happens or how it goes down, as they say, I'd be very interested. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that classroom. Maybe just play and replay this segment from the show a couple of times and really lock it down in your mind. Lock down the terminology. I recommend you don't have these terms written on a paper when you go in, but try to memorize them and role play and think about this. And that way, when you go into the meeting and you take control at the outset and just say, before we talk about anything else, I need to know something. Oh, what? Well, and what I said earlier, we believe in being non-judgmental. We believe in ensuring people's emotional safety. We believe in tolerance. We believe in diversity. We believe in equality. And I just want to know right up front, before we talk about anything else, do you believe in those things too? That's where you get the buy-in. Once you've done that, then you persist in these areas and keep using them. If they say, well, yes, but your daughter's... No, wait a minute. I thought you believed in being non-judgmental. You're judging my daughter here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So try that. Replay it. Think about it. Rehearse it. Role play it with your daughter. Let her play the role of the teacher. I'm sure she knows how the teacher is going to talk and act. And when you go in there, Mama Bear, you're going to do great. I guarantee it. Or your money back. Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends. And thanks for listening.